These videos that I'm doing strictly about awareness. That's it. It's trying to keep you aware of your legacy. No, it ain't easy out there. However, I'm sure it's not easy losing a kid either. Remember, you signed up for this class. So show up to class, take the test, and try to ace it. Stay tuned. Situation number 3. This is a while back. This was back when I was selling graphic crystals at the mall at Arizona Mills. I don't know. You guys can do your own Google research if Arizona Mills Mall in Tempe, Arizona is a high trafficking children snatch up little trafficking little girls or whatever. You guys can look that up and find out if that's real or not. I heard stories, but I don't know how true they are. Anyway, Victoria's Secret right across from our kiosks. The lady was coming out of Victoria's Secret, moseying along. Her daughter had to be younger than any of those 2 girls I just named. Ran full-fledged out the store and darted this way. Darted to the right. This lady moseys out the store, and meanwhile, while the little girl takes off high speed running down the store, a lady walked by and she looked and saw the little girl run off, and she looks at me. She's like, and I'm like, and then actually, matter of fact, I might have had spotted the mom, so I was like, and she's like, and she just looked. Mom comes out, whatever her daughter's name is, blank, get over here. The little girl comes sprawling back. 3 years old. A good 50 feet away from the mom. You guys are not doing what you're supposed to do out there. You're not doing what you're supposed to do out there. See, I don't have to be a dad to notice these things. I don't have to be a dad to notice these things. I'm just that passionate about kids. What do you know? You're not a dad. How could you possibly know what we're doing with our kids? Don't you know how hard it is out here? I'm sure somebody would say something like that. It's not that easy. I didn't say it was easy. But it is a fucking duty. Take care of your kids. See, I even tell you this situation. Besides the whole Haley thing, and again, I wasn't even at her service. I wasn't there. I didn't even know Haley personally. But I know how hard it is to lose a child. And I'm not, again, not my situation, just somebody else's situation. I have a good friend of mine who lost her month-and-a-half-year-old son. May he rest. Will. I held the kid. I was at his funeral. Now, that wasn't anything that was her fault, but I seen the pain of losing a child. So I can only imagine what it would be for a murder of your daughter who could take care of herself. I can only imagine. Take care of your kids, guys. It's not that hard. Be a village protector. And not only that, please, if you have multiple kids, make sure that they take care of each other. One thing I'll say, and this is not no stab on them, but my grandkids, the 4 of the 6, well, let me see. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I had to think about that for a second. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. Yeah, the 4 of the 6. They like to pick on each other. Do what kids do. All of them. Everybody messes with everybody. 3, 10, 13, and 18. They all mess with each other. Teasing. That's fine and dandy. Kids are going to be kids. But you got to make sure that they look out for each other. See, what happens is you let your kids do that where they pick on each other and tease each other, then they kind of like lose the level of respect for each other to a point where they're just careless about each other until that other child comes up missing or dead, and then they're traumatized. See, my mom didn't play that. Me and my brother, we teased each other and we did all of that, but we knew how important it was to look after each other. I got into multiple, well, I ain't gonna say multiple. I'll just say I got into a fight trying to defend my brother. Much as he used to get on my nerves. My brother was 5 years old. He was, well, I ain't gonna say 5 years old at that moment, but he's 5 years younger than me. So when I say I understand the whole kitty nature and you poking at your brother and sister and everything, I get it. I did it with my brother. But at the end of the day, when the chips was down, I had to go to war for my brother. And I will go to war for my brother. My brothers. So you can tease all you want, but take care of each other. Parents, be village protectors. Protect your village. Talk to your kids. Have some kind of parental open door policy. Make sure you're having conversations, I would say, dinner table conversations where, hey, put your phone down for a second. Let me holler at you. Let me see where your head is at. This world is crazy. That's why I did today the question of the day. You know, who looks up to you? And are you leading them right? That's why I said that. I said that because it means something. We have a child here we have a child that's no longer here because obviously some sicko but also too, I would just say with fair share of, I would say, you know, just maybe a little bit more conversations and stuff, probably could have prevented some stuff. Now I don't know. Again, I don't know, and I don't want to be pointing fingers or nothing. So I'll leave it at that. I just always feel like we could always do more. I mean, that's just me. So, and even in my situation, I feel like I could be, you know, more prevalent in my grandkids' lives and my nieces and nephews' life. But I definitely, those three scenarios that I gave you, that's just foolishness. If you're letting your kids run around without being supervised, you're not doing your part, you're not putting your kids to bed after 10 or before 10 o'clock, not having them outside playing in the street, hanging out with strangers or playing next to strangers, or 3-year-olds running full sprint out the store without being at your side and you able to hold them, and if somebody were to snatch them you could at least fight back. If you're not doing that shit, then I'm sorry, you're a lousy parent. Lousy. Protect your tribe. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hope this video is informative. I hope you guys, take care of your village because it's important. Force your legacies. I'm out.